in a second. Good. Inhale fully, opening the body. Exhale, squeeze the belly back, switching on the core. One last one. Inhale, press into the fingertips, open. Exhale, squeeze the belly in as you almost rock the pelvis backwards. And then bring any props underneath you out and come into the middle of your mat. We're going to switch the core on a little more before we start to build more heat. So take the brick between your knees, feet coming in towards the body. And just take a moment to hug the knees in and squeeze the knees together. So you're really squeezing the brick. Now scoop from the pubic bone to the navel. So see if you can feel a sense of scooping the low belly. So you're drawing the core muscles in. As you squeeze, it makes it a bit easier. Good, so we're just switching it on. So just relax everything on the inhale, and as you exhale, squeeze the brick, squeeze the belly in. Good. So keep that sense of where the core is as you take the hands behind you a little bit and then just lift the chest. Good, so see if you can keep the lift in the chest, tone the belly, squeeze the brick, tone the belly. Get the idea? Good. So now let's try taking the right hand forward, keep the chest lifted. Take the left hand and see if you can keep the chest lifted. Now squeeze the brick and tone the belly. So you should feel that you're starting to fire the core up. That might be enough for you. If you can, slide the feet in, squeeze the brick, squeeze the brick. Now lift the feet, squeeze the brick. Lift the feet, squeeze the brick. Lovely. That might be enough for you, trying not to tip backwards. So you want to keep the chest lifted. Strengthen the breath. So make a really strong inhale, exhale through the nose. And every time you exhale, force the air out, draw the belly in, squeeze the brick. Did I mention squeeze the brick? Squeeze the brick. Tone the belly, squeeze the brick. So Laura, you can bring the shins parallel to the floor and hug the knees in a little bit more. That's what you're aiming for. Laura, probably you can straighten the legs. Squeeze the brick. There we are. Use your breath. Stay where you are, Ali. You're great. Yeah, lovely. Keep squeezing the brick, toning the belly. Take 2 more breaths. Okay, that's too strong for me, so I'm just going to bend the knees in again. Great. Well done. And take the brick out. Cross the feet, roll over the ankles and come onto your hands and knees. Are you tired already? So first half of the practice is building heat. It's going to be quite challenging. Second half of the practice, we cool everything down. So just remember that it's not going to be challenging forever. There's always balance. Hands underneath the shoulders. Good. And as you exhale, press into the hands so that the shoulder blades slide apart. So you're doming the upper back. And then tone the belly really firmly. Keep that dome in the upper back as you inhale, but let the sit bones broaden, let the belly release a little bit. So keep the upper body really strong. So you're pressing the hands into the floor, doming the upper back, letting the shoulder blades draw away from each other throughout the inhale-exhale cycle. So as you inhale, the sit bones just release a little bit, and as you exhale, you squeeze the belly towards the spine and tuck the tailbone under. So you've got a much more forceful movement on the exhale. Release that a little bit on the inhale. Exhale, squeezing, tucking the tailbone, drawing the belly back as much as you can. Really feel the muscles work. Release them halfway as the sit bones broaden with the inhale. Exhale, squeeze. So the hands keep pressing into the floor the whole way. Good, let's do 2 more of those. Inhale and squeeze on the exhale, tucking under, feel the belly muscles work. Good, last one here. Exhale, squeeze, really feeling the core muscles work. Good, find a more neutral spine. So you're just going to lengthen, draw the collarbones forwards a little, sit bones back a little, and then tone the belly. So you want to feel really steady through the torso. Keep the breath moving, but the belly toned, hands are strong, and slide the right foot back, lift it off the floor, trying to keep the pelvis super still. Yeah, hug that back leg in a little bit. Good, toning the belly, reach back through the heel. With control, slide the left arm alongside your ear, trying to keep really steady through the torso. Keep hugging in. If that's too much challenge, take the toes down. Otherwise, you're reaching the foot and the fingertips away. Take some really deep breaths here. Good. Next, inhale, reach away. Exhaling, elbow and knee. Try and squeeze the knee up towards the chest with the exhale. Inhale and reach back. Exhale, bring in, squeeze, lift the chest, the knee to the chest as much as you can. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in, elbow to knee, lifting the knee. Good, one more here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, bring the hand down. So you keep the right leg lifted. Then bend the right knee, taking the sole of the foot to the sky. Make sure you haven't dipped in the pelvis. So you want both hip bones to be facing the floor. Good. And here is your inhale. As you look up, lift the foot. As you exhale, sweep the right knee out to the side and bring it above the elbow as much as you can. I'm finding this difficult, second time round for me. Good. Inhale, lift the foot. Exhale, bring that hip round the side and bring it to the back of the arm. See if you can squeeze the knee into the arm when you get there. Inhale and lift the foot. Exhale, bring it round the side, press it into the triceps. Good. Inhale and exhale. Really push the knee into the arm. That's fine, Suze. Take a break. Try coming onto your fist, Suze. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Just try that one more time. Good. Squeeze the knee into the back of the arm. Perfect. Good. And then bring the knee back down. Slide the hands back, take the sit bones back, circle the wrists. Yeah. So remember, we've been doing crow quite a lot in the last few weeks. Hasta bandha. Remember that 4 corners of the palm, pressing the fingertips in. It will help to protect your wrists. But if they feel tired, you can come onto fists like that, keep them neutral, and you still feel quite strong there. Good. So we take that to the other side. So hands really strong. Remember Hasta bandha. Or you can be on fist. That's absolutely fine. So find the tone in your belly. Draw the belly in. Get super strong through the torso as you straighten the left leg behind you. Lift it off the floor. Good. Hug everything into the midline of your body and reach the right fingertips forwards. Hold it there. Seeing how steady you can get. Left toes to the floor. Hug into the midline. Take an inhale as you exhale. Squeeze the knee and the elbow together, lifting the knee to the chest as much as you can. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, squeezing in. Inhale, reaching out. Good. Squeeze the knee towards the belly as you bring it in on the exhale. Good. Do 2 more. Yeah, really good. That looks really steady. Well done. Good. Keep the left leg behind you as you bring the hand back down to the floor. And then inhale, bending the knee, sole of the foot to the floor. And then exhale, sweep it round to the side. And squeeze the knee into the back of that left elbow. Inhale, reach the foot to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it round and squeeze. Yes, Ali, yes, good. Just do a couple more, that's it. Yeah, lovely. Really use the core muscles. Squeeze in. Lovely. Great. And then come back to the center. Slide back. Have another little shake of the hands. Circle of the wrists. Good. And then take the hands in front of you. Tuck the toes. As long as your knees are okay with this, adjust if you need to. Rock the pelvis back. So you're coming into a malasana pose. Take the hands onto the floor in front of you and press the arms into the knees, into the inner knees. Yeah, that's exactly it. Bend the elbows if you can. So you're really doming the back, just like we did a moment ago. And then squeeze the knees into the arms. Squeeze them in, squeeze them in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the belly up. And then lift the sit bones. Keep squeezing the belly in. Squeeze the knees in. Well done. And then release. Bring the hands in front of the heart. And as you inhale, lift the hands up. Let the heels come down and reach up. Inhaling. Great. Exhaling, hands together in front of your heart. Come to the front of your mat. Good, so we're going to flow through some sun salutations. Surya is the word again, like the pranayama we did. It's sunshine. So we're going to build heat. So stay with it. Rest when you need to, but don't let yourself cool down. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhaling, come and fold. Inhale, lift the heart halfway. Exhale, stepping back into downward facing dog. Drop the knees. Hands are really strong. As you come forwards, you're going to slide the nose along the floor, hugging the elbows in, coming onto your belly, inhaling into cobra. Then just press into the hands, take the sit bones back into child. So we're going to try this a few times. This is to build strength in the upper body. So if it's tough for you, just don't come so low. So as we inhale, you're going to bend the elbows, slide the nose along the mat, hugging the elbows in towards your ribs, and inhale into cobra. Exhale, press into the hands, take the sit bones back to child. So if that doesn't work for you, you're literally just hinging at the hips, coming forwards, and then taking them back. So there's your option, is to just come forwards, hands strong, exhale back. Otherwise, you're sliding along the floor, elbows in up to cobra. Otherwise, you're just sit bones back and sit bones forwards, Suze. That's fine, keeping the hands strong. Let's just do two more. Inhale, sliding forwards, hug the elbows into the ribs. So your elbows should be touching your body. And then exhale back. Last one, inhale, forwards up to cobra. This time, tuck the toes, press back into downward facing dog. Your triceps will thank you for that tomorrow. Hands are really strong. Look to the hands. Inhale, step forwards, heart forwards, hands to the shins. Exhaling, fold. Press into the feet, sweep the arms all the way up. Inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. And again, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway. Looking up, exhaling, stepping back. Into downward facing dog, dropping the knees, slide forwards into Ashtangasana, 8-point pose, up into cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a couple of steady breaths in down dog, making sure the hands feel really strong. Inhale, exhale, get that balance back. Great. And then look to the hands, step forwards, inhale, heart forwards, exhaling, fold, press into the feet, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, exhale, hands together in front of your heart. We're going to keep moving, inhale, exhale and fold again. You can soften the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, halfway. Let's try jumping. So you can always step, bend the knees really deeply, press the hands into the floor and just jump the feet back into plank. Drop the knees if you need to, otherwise we'll just take a couple of breaths in plank. Dome the upper back, draw the belly back and look back at your toes. Take a couple of steady breaths, drop to the knees if you need to, but keep the belly engaged. Good, inhale, look forwards, exhale, drop the knees if you need to, but try hugging the elbows into the body, into the body, into the body, lower the belly to the floor, good. Inhale, cobra, tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Look to the mat, step forwards, hop forwards, inhale, exhale, fold. Press into the feet, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart, well done. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. See if you can jump back again, bend the knees, press into the hands, jump back to plank. Good, again, just hold plank for a moment, hands are really strong. Press into the hands, dome the upper back, look back at your toes and draw the belly back as much as you can. Good, inhale to lengthen in your plank. Exhale and see if you can hug the elbows in. Drop to the knees if you need to. Laura, you can go to upward facing dog. Otherwise, down to the belly and cobra. Inhale. Good. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Step forwards. Inhale, heart forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. So if you can steady the breath, we're starting to build a bit of heat here. So we're going to do Surya Namaskar B, which has more movements in it. Building heat, just go with it. So we start in chair. Inhale, sit bones back, and the knees float forwards. We're going to take a breath here. See if you can get a sense of drawing in and up in the belly without tucking the pelvis under. So you still want length. Good. Lovely. Imagine you're squeezing a brick between your hands. Everything strong and steady. Take another breath, chair pose. Inhale, exhale, and fold forwards. Inhale, heart forwards. Exhale, jump back to plank. Good, one more here. Look back at your toes, squeeze the belly in. Inhale, lengthen forwards, come right on the tiptoes and see if you can lower, bending the elbows, elbows into the body. Brilliant, Susie. Yeah, so just do it with the knees bent. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot lifts to the sky. Hug the knee in as you exhale, step it forwards. Keep the back foot lifted. See if you can inhale into a forward lunge. Anytime you can take that back knee down. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank. Drop to the knees if you need to. Exhale, hug the elbows in. Good. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forwards. Inhale into Anjali Asana, so a high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back to plank or rest in child for a moment till we catch you up. Exhale, hugging the elbows in, lower to the floor, hover if you can. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Steady the breath in downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths here. Drop to the knees if you need a rest. And see if you can get control of the inhale, exhale. Feel the right hand and left hand pressing evenly. Get your balance. Great. And then look to the hands, bend the knees. We're going to jump forward. So get a sense of bounce through the knees and then jump forwards to the hands. Good. Inhale, look up, heart forwards. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees really deeply. Inhale back into chair. Hold it there for a breath. Good. Bend the knees. And then on your next inhale, straighten the legs. Look up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Great. Sweep the arms up. Take the weight into the left foot and see if you can lift the right leg right up towards your chest. Press down into the left foot. If you need to, you can hold on to it, or you can just take the tiptoes to the floor. Otherwise, you're trying to hug that knee in. Draw the belly in. Good. See if you can take the hands together into prayer and squeeze as you bend in. Squeeze the knee into the right elbow. Yes, Suze. Yes, great. Squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Now begin to tip forwards. Keep hugging everything into the midline. So you're looking at the floor. Then with control, you're going to straighten that right leg out behind you and silently take the right foot down. Come into your Anjali Asana. Sweep the arms up. Good. Turn the back foot down. So you're opening into warrior 2. Back foot parallel to the edge of the mat. Yes, Suze, that looks great. Yes, Ali. Yeah, lovely. Yes, Andy, wonderful. So take a couple of breaths in warrior 2. Feel a little burn in the thighs. So lunge a bit more deeply through the front knee. Good. Keep pressing down into the back foot. Great. Turn the palms up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together so the chest lifts a little. And then turn the right heel in, right knee out. Bending the knee. Yes, so suddenly you're in goddess pose. Yes, lovely. Well done. Hold it there. Good. Toes apart, knees pressing away from each other. Good. Goddess pose. Let the shoulder blades melt. Good. Bend the knees a little deeper. Remember, this is temporary, the bad stuff, the yang, it doesn't last forever. Take another breath. Good. Now turn the left toes forwards and start to straighten the left leg. So you're starting to come into warrior two on the other side. Right knee forwards. Yes, that's it. So you'll be turning away from me. Right knee forwards, left leg straight behind you. So you've swapped, yeah. Whichever side, Ali, just go to the other side. Yeah, that's it. So we're in warrior two. Great. Lunge a little deeper. Lovely. Now bring the hands to the chest. And we're going to turn onto the ball of the back foot as you start to face the front. You might need to step the back foot in and out to the side slightly. And prepare, we're going to come out as we went in. So press the hands together. Begin to bend and have a look at the floor, hugging into the midline, bending really deeply through that right knee, and then take the weight into the right knee. So you come right onto the tiptoes of the left foot and then begin to hug that knee in. The left knee comes in and start to stand at the front of your mat. This is really strong. Just do your best. Bring that left knee up. Hug it into the left elbow, squeezing in. Brilliant, everybody, well done. And then keep that leg lifted as you inhale to take the hands high. Exhale, release. Woohoo, well done. And come down onto the floor. One last little bit of core. Good, we're nearly there. Nearly there, nearly there. So take the feet to the floor. Hold on to the knees. And just lean back a little to just lift the toes off. Yeah, easy peasy, yeah? Now start to turn the core on. Good. Reach the arms forwards. And then begin to just lower, so it's just the base of the shoulder blades come to the floor. Good. With control. Come down, so the chest is still lifted. Bring the shins parallel to the floor. Good. Now take both hands to the left. Good, reach both hands over to the left and straighten the right leg. Good, yeah. Inhale, we're going to sweep the hands round through the center as the right knee comes in. Take the hands to the right, left leg straightens. Yes, inhale through the center. Exhale, reach. Good, right leg straight, left hands to both hands to the left. Good, keep going. Inhale through the center. Exhale, reach. Inhale through the center. Exhale, reach. Really see if you can squeeze the belly in. Now, as you take the hands to the side, see if you can press the elbow and the leg together. So left hand, right thigh, or left arm, right thigh, in through the center. Press the arm and the leg together. Yes. Good. And again, just do two more each side. Good. Hug the knees in if you need a break. Good. One more. Yeah, support the head if you need to, Ali. That's great. Lovely job. Great. Well done. And then release. Hug the knees in. Just let the knees and the head just waggle side to side to release the neck and the back. And then roll onto your side. Come up onto the hands and see if you can find your way back into Malasana. So where we were here before. Good. So your hands are really strong. You're hugging the knees into the arms. Lift the sit bones so the weight starts to come into the hands. Yeah, press the legs into the arms. And then we're going to jump back into plank after 3. 1, 2, 3. Plank. Yes, Suze, wonderful. Now we're going to jump back into Malasana. So are you ready? After 3, you want to jump the feet wider than the hands. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Squeeze the knees into the arms. Yes, Suze, that's exactly it. Ali, you can sit this out. That's absolutely fine. And just work in Malasana. You're fine. When you're ready, we're going to jump back. 1, 2, 3. Plank. Good. 1, 2, 3. Malasana. Good. And again. 1, 2, 3. Plank. Good. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Malasana. Yes. And bring the hands to the heart. Whose idea was that? Okay, last bit of heat. If you would like to have a go with crow today, this is your opportunity. So I'm going to give you the choice, okay? You can either have a go with crow, that's either with the feet on the brick, keep the sit bones super high as you come down, squeeze the knees into the elbows. You've done lots of prep work for this today, so you can either do it that way, hugging into the middle, or you can have the brick underneath your head. You've done lots of prep, so you're coming back into the malasana, you're squeezing the core in, you're hugging the knees into the arms, pressing down Hasta Bandha, and you might just find that you can find your way into crow with a brick underneath your head. So up to you if you want to have a go. If that's not for you today, come and sit on your brick. Great, so if you're playing with crow, just do it for a couple of tries. Good, yes, Laura. And then if you're not, just come and sit just as we were right at the beginning. And you're just going to change the breathing. So same hand, you're going to block the right nostril, inhale through the left. Block the right, exhale through the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Good, so Ali, just try the pranayama. The legs can be wherever you're comfortable. So you're inhaling left, exhaling right. Yeah, so don't press it. That's brilliant, Laura. Hug into the middle, hug the elbows towards each other, fingertips in. Yeah, maybe have your beanbag or whatever that is in front of your head. So you know if you tip forwards, it just looks like a little hesitancy there. So you want to look at the beanbag before you go up into crow, look ahead of you. Well done, Suze, brilliant. Well done, Andy. So we're just coming back to pranayama. So sit on top of your brick. Well done. Well done. And we're reversing the breathing. So we did Surya Bedana pranayama to build heat, to get clarity and creativity and drive. The opposite, so same hand. So it's right hand, index finger, middle finger to the base of the thumb. Block the right nostril with your thumb. Inhale through the left. And then block the left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. So this is Chandra Bedana. So this is a moon breath. So when you feel really stressed and hyper, this is the breath to do. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Calming the nervous system down, bringing the parasympathetic system into dominance. So begin to feel the energy of your practice settle as we transition through yang and challenge into yin and restore, and release the hands. Come off the block and come and lie on your belly. If that isn't massively comfortable, you can have a pillow underneath the hips to lie on your tummy. And take the forehead onto the hands. So the hands are stacked. And you can rock the pelvis from side to side just a little. Yeah, that's it. Just let the forehead rest. And you can stay there if you want to, or you can try sliding your right knee out to the side. So the pelvis is still facing down to the mat, but you get a little opening through the groin, the adductor, the front of the hip. So you can just take it as far as feels comfortable. It doesn't have to be far. And if your hip doesn't like it, just come back into crocodile, which is with your legs together. Otherwise, you're just letting the body get heavy into the earth, and take 5 breaths. Letting the pelvis be heavy. The foot can move away from you as well. So if that releases the hip, just experiment, find the right place for it so that you can relax into it.
You feel the body start to cool down as we change the energy of the practice. So if you find you need a jumper, just grab one. Bring that right knee in and just rock the pelvis again a little side to side to release the spine. And then try taking the left knee out to the side, just wherever you can, so that the pelvis can still relax forward. So you don't want to tip right up onto the right pelvis. You want to be able to release a little. So find the position and let the hip release. You can take the foot out wider than the knee if that feels good. Otherwise, just keep the knee bent. It's a bit stronger to do that. Yeah. Resting the head, steady the breath. Take another 3 breaths here. And then bring that knee in. Rock the pelvis from side to side just a little. And then come up onto hands and knees. So just press into the hands, take the hips back. Slide the left knee towards the left wrist. Sweep the left foot towards the right hip so that it's diagonally across the mat. We're not going to take it into a massively deep pigeon yet. That's it. And then just walk the right foot back to bring the right hip to rest more or less around the left heel. Yeah, you can take it deeper, Laura, if you want to. Is that all right on your knee, Ali? Yeah. So then find the restorative element, the yin element. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So you can either come onto the forearms, the elbows, and lean your head on a brick. Or if you're feeling a little more open, you can take the head to the hands and rest on the floor. Or you can take the forehead to the floor and reach the arms out in front of you, but stay steady through the pelvis. Yeah, that looks great, everyone. And just take a few really steady breaths, letting the body get heavy and breathing into the left hip. Relax your belly here, so you can release any tension through the body as long as your knee feels okay. If your knee feels vulnerable, then just keep some activity in that left leg, pressing it into the floor. Relax the neck and the shoulders, so find a way of feeling really supported. Take your time to settle and then steady the breath. You can stay up on the forearms, Suze, if you want. Take one more breath. And then come up onto the hands. Tuck the back toes and begin to walk the right knee in towards the left heel. And then just come back onto hands and knees and take it to the other side. So you slide the right knee towards the right wrist. That's the first step. And then just bring the lower leg into a diagonal so that the left toes come, the left heel is underneath the right heel is underneath the left hip. That's what I'm trying to say. And then just walk the left leg back so that the pelvis sinks towards the floor. That's it. And then you can see, is it elbows to the floor? You can stay up if that feels right for you. Find support for your head if you've got down. And then begin to let the body relax into it. Release tension. Make sure that right knee feels safe. And then see if you can release any tension across the shoulders and the neck. Rest the head on the hands or a brick or both. Breathe into the right hip. Just be patient. Find where your breath needs to go. And then begin to lift the head, walk the hands in. And this time you're just going to roll onto the right hip. So you're just going to tip over onto the outside of the right hip and bring the left leg round. Yes, good. So we're going to find our way into Baddha Konasana. So Suze, it can be really nice to have your back against the sofa here for some of these. So if you do happen to have a wall or a sofa or something, and you want to make these even more restorative, then you can lean the sit bones, the back of your pelvis, right up against a wall or a sofa. Otherwise, you're just on your mat. You can pop a blanket underneath your sit bones if you want to. Begin with Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet come together. Yeah. Now, depending on your hips and your back, you might either decide to take the hands behind your hips, roll the shoulder blades, and just be pressing the knees down towards the floor with your chest lifted. That might be enough for you. That's it, allowing the knees just to ease out. If you feel more comfortable, you've got a little more space, you can take the index finger and the middle fingers and just hook the big toes. Let the elbows press gently into the knees or rest onto the knees. And then fold. So in yoga, the forward folds anytime that you're flexing the spine and turning inwards. That's more of a yin or an Ida Nadi parasympathetic energy. So this is more of a restorative. So you can lean on the wall if you want to. You can use the elbows just to lean into the legs, the shins, but without effort. You don't want to be pressing. You want to be able to relax the body. You might even find, if you're more flexible than I am, that you can take a brick and stack the hands, and you might even be able to rest your head. For me, that's not available, but it might be for you. Yeah, a couple of bricks or on your heels. Yeah, Laura, that looks great. And if you're struggling in your hips, just slide the feet away from your pelvis a little so that you've got a bigger diamond in front of you. Just another option. And again, just steady the breath. See if you can switch everything off, as long as you don't feel any strain. If you feel strain in the back, tone the belly or press the feet together. If you feel comfortable, then just release any tension. You can stay there if you like that one. Yeah, that's fine, Andy. Just take the hands behind and take the shoulders away from the ears. So press into the hands, yeah. Or you can try coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So try taking the feet as wide as they want to go. So it doesn't matter if they're here or, Ali, that's amazing. I can't do that. And again, just try pressing the hands behind the hips to begin with, to roll forward on the sit bones. So you don't want the sit bones to be tipping back, which makes you curl in the low back. You want to be able to lean onto the top of the sit bones or even to the front of the sit bones. So it might be that you stay here. So if your hip doesn't like it, then you can do Paschimottanasana, so that's feet together, if you want to. Yeah, so up to you. Yeah, that looks great, Laura, you're so flexible. And then see, maybe you can build a little turret to come and relax here. So, and if that's not working for you, just bring the legs a bit closer. Yeah, or stack the bricks even higher. So even if you're quite tall in the spine, yeah, that's it, Andy. Yeah, just see what works for you. So this is fine. So even if you're here, Andy, just let the head drop. That's absolutely fine. But if you're there, take the legs a bit wider. Yeah, that's it. Or you've just drawn the legs a little closer if you're struggling with this a bit. And just allow yourself to lean in. Let the legs relax. If you let the legs relax and the knees bend slightly, that's fine. That's fine today in a yin practice. Good, just get comfy. The other option, Andy, is to bring the legs close together so you come into a slightly different pose. You can bring the legs together, move the bricks out of the way. And you can just rest the hands on the shins and fold. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good. And just steady the breath. See if you can let the body relax. And take 3 more breaths there. Yeah, just letting the head relax. Excuse me. And then walk the hands back. Support the knees by just taking the hands to the outside of the legs and bring them in and hug the knees in. And just here, let the spine release a little bit, let the head release, just hugging in. That's it. So even this really simple folded position is really good if you're feeling massively stressed. If you can find a way to breathing in through the left nostril, out through the right, in a folded position, it will bring the parasympathetic nervous system into play, calm the nervous system. Good. And then when you're ready, come and roll down. Let me show you a couple of options. I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're going to do a supported shoulder stand, which just is bringing a brick or 2 bricks underneath your pelvis with your legs in the air. You have a choice here. So you can either come and do it on your mat. So you come into bridge, you bring the brick underneath, and you're going to come and stay here for 10 breaths. Or you can use a wall. So you come and you bring your feet to the wall. You need your sit bones quite close so you can wiggle in. And then push into the wall to lift your pelvis, and you might find you can take the brick higher and then bring the pelvis on, and you can rest against a wall. So you can do it either way, a supported shoulder stand. It's up to you. You can try both. Wherever you get to, you're going to just take 10 steady breaths. So if you're doing it on the mat, come into feet on the floor, feet hip width apart. Press down into your feet, lift the pelvis, and slide the brick underneath your sacrum. So your sacrum is a flat triangular bone. So you should feel really comfortable as the flat bone meets the flat brick. So just adjust it if it doesn't feel right. And then let the upper body relax. So you might roll the shoulder blades under a little bit so the chest lifts, and then bring the right knee up and then lift the left knee up. And then you'll know if the brick is in the right place, because it's not comfortable if it isn't. So it might need to shift, Yep, bring the knees up, it should feel comfortable. And then straighten the legs. You can just rest the toes and the heels, the knees together. Take the brick a bit flatter, Suze, if it's not working for you today. Or you might even put a cushion underneath it. Yeah. That looks great, Ali. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, good, Andy. So just steady the breath as you let the pelvis release into the brick, even though the legs are in the air. Let the body relax. So there is a point at which your legs should just be able to hang in gravity without too much effort. You might be able to interlink the fingers the other side of the brick. Otherwise, just rest the hands on the floor. Yeah, good. Yes, lovely. If your legs do tire, just bend the knees and let the heels rest towards the sit bones. Otherwise, keep them straight. Yes, lovely, Laura. Great. Relax the jaw. Enjoy the energy settling in the body. That's it. Just rest the knees towards your chest and the heels towards your sit bones if you need to. And then you might be able to straighten the legs again for another couple of breaths in shoulder stand. Yeah. Just enjoy the sensation, enjoy the inversion. Eyes closed, focus inwards. And then you can stay there for another 3 breaths, or you can begin to bend the knees in. Take one foot to the floor, then the other. Press into the feet, lift the brick away, and let the spine come and settle onto the floor. You might want to roll the knees in to release the back, or you might find that actually you're ready to straighten the legs into Shavasana. Find what works for you. Feet really wide, arms wide away from your body. Support your head if you need to. Grab a blanket if you need to. Don't get cold. And then really feel the back of your body settling into the mat, into the earth. Get a sense of sinking. As you feel any tension melt away from the body. And as you let the body go completely, just notice the breath entering through the nostrils. And see if just using your awareness, you can feel the inhale coming in the left nostril, the exhale through the right, and then the next inhale through the right, exhale left. So there's no effort, it's just a little bit of awareness. Inhale left, exhale right, just with your imagination. Inhale right, exhale left. Alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale right, exhale left. And just do that for the last round where you exhale on the left side. And then relax any attention to your breath. Surrendering the body, letting go, feeling comfortable with the knowledge that there is always balance. Whenever there's bad, there will be good. Whenever there is light, there will also be dark. Joy and challenge, up and down, left and right, yin and yang, Ida Pingala, balance. Once more, begin to notice the inhale coming evenly through the left and the right nostril, evenly into the left and the right side of the body. Begin to deepen that breath, finding the energy coming into your body and moving as you want to. So find what you want to move, how you want to move. Find your stretch or your knees in, your curl. Keeping that breath moving with a sense of balance and evenness. And taking your time to roll onto your side before you come back up to seated. And as you sit, press the left and the right palm together evenly, feeling that balance. Feel the left and the right sit bone equally released into the earth. And may you take that sense of balance with you. With love and gratitude, namaste. Well done, everyone.